All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Marc G with thegordonshades.com, also Comedy Hype. This one is a special interview. Before I introduce who I got, this is the man who gave me my very first interview almost 4 years ago, and you made it possible for me to maneuver and talk to the rest of these people. So now, when they come through here, you bless me with that credibility, man. It's Hughley. Yes, sir. I'm doing good, man. Thank you. Same to you. Thank you so much for doing it. First off, I'm glad you're here right now, just because everything that's going on. Where are we going? America. Where are we going?
And listen, we got the motherfucker from The Apprentice, man in the military.
Right.
I keep expecting somebody to go, we're going to war, and after this commercial.
I don't understand as a citizen, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what do you tell the average person that may call into your radio show that you see, here at a show? What are we supposed to do?
Well, I think what we were supposed to do, we didn't. So this is the consequence.
And that was what I elected them.
Right. This is the consequences of this inaction. I think that more people who didn't vote are responsible for this than people who did. And so now you get to go along for the ride. Well, my mother used to always say, you can't do it right the first time, but you can always afford to do it again. So we'll see. We'll see.
So, what's been going on with you, man? I know you out on the road as usual.
Well, I'm gigging.
Okay.
As always, we do the radio show. We have a new pilot that we shoot with CBS. I'm writing a book.
What's the pilot about?
It's two cops, one Muslim cop and one black cop in Dearborn, Michigan. It's called Brother Up. So I shoot that Monday and Tuesday, and we'll see it go.
Now, Dearborn in real life, they have a high population, Muslim population.
More than anywhere else outside of
the
Arabian Peninsula.
I like that setup. I'll be looking out for it.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Are you still doing the Get Down? Or?
Of course.
Okay.
We just lost Charlie.
Yes.
And so Wednesday I'll go and pay my respects to him. We'll be doing a tour.
I heard what you said about him, on the radio after everything happened, and it seemed like, the outpouring of love came from, everywhere. Yeah. What do you want people to know about Charlie?
Well, I think I said it before. I think he's the best storyteller I've ever heard. I think people don't realize how hard it is. Eddie Murphy is one of the 2, 3 greatest comics to ever live. Charlie Murphy made a way to carve his own identity out under his shadow. And he was the older brother too.
Right.
But he made it his own way. And he took a lot of L's at first, and he shaped himself into being just a great comic and a great dude. He's the best storyteller I've ever told. He loved his family. After every gig, he would get home, and the first thing he did was get home to his kids. And he died with days on the books. That means his family still loved him, and his audience did.
Yeah.
What better reason do you have to miss a gig than you did?
It's fitting that it's Easter, because I'm sweating like I'm in church for real back here. Now, since he passed away, like, I've been seeing all these different videos and stuff come out, and it was one thing I wanted to know if you knew or not. They keep showing this clip of Delirious, where Eddie is getting heckled,
right,
and somebody yells, "Shut up, bitch!" out,
right,
and they're saying that that's Charlie. That was him? That's true.
It was. Charlie had 12 will fight grown men. Charlie was all. When we first started the tour, we took a pool and we tried to see who would get arrested for beating somebody up first, Eddie Griffin or Charlie Griffin. And nobody did, but I'm sure another year or two it would have came.
Right. And you're on tour with, when you do the Get Down with George Lopez also. Right. Now, he had an incident recently. I just saw that Arsenio Hall had an incident recently. I interviewed John Caparulo, who had a situation where the lady threw a glass at him out in California. Do you feel the tension? Is it more tension now when you're on set?
I think that there's more of a kind of propensity to try to put comics in the same societal box that everybody else has been forced into. But I think comedy is unflinching and unapologetic. You say, people come here to drink some liquor and hear some bullshit.
Right.
So I think that there has to be a place you go where you hear profane shit, where you go to let off some steam, and I think ultimately that's it. I mean, I told a joke, about Debbie Reynolds in the beginning of the year. People got all upset, and I'll never apologize because you didn't get the joke. If you don't like it, literally, fuck you can't take a joke, and I think that that's how you have to be in our endeavor. Now, we're not, we cannot be beholden to societal norms. And if we are, then we're not doing our jobs. And if we allow societal norms to kind of permeate, I think the greatest artistic art form that ever existed, then we've done a disservice to it. I'm not going to sit back and kind of be a party to that. If you don't think what I do, you can sit at home or you can talk bad about it, but I'm still doing it the way I've always done it.
Gotcha. And I mean, in that same vein, you know, Chappelle recently came back. He dropped his 2 specials on Netflix, and he caught hell for some of the jokes in his. So, are you one of those now? You know, like cell phones and all that stuff. Do you care? You know, if the audience is, you know, filming?
It was a different thing. When I get ready to be prepared, I'm going to shoot a Netflix special. Okay. And when I do that, then people will have to get off the phone, because I don't want the acting I'm getting ready to get paid to do to get out before I do it. Right. It's a long time to write material. And now, the reason they didn't do that before is because people will hear Chappelle do something and put it on the internet or Google before he even, or excuse me, YouTube, before he gets a chance to do his thing. And he can pay $60 million for that special. You literally are taking food out of his pocket, out of his mouth. So I can understand that. And when I do the special, it's the same thing. It's not vanity. Right. It's almost like when you go to your job, if somebody took the tool that you needed to perform your profession, then you would have a problem. It's like telling the cop to go to work with no gun. Right. What's been going on, Perk? Like, how's the family? Everybody's good. They won't leave. Even the grown ones. So nobody's leaving. You should never feed a stray cat or a fucking 20-year-old. Not leaving at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But you need that balance, though, right? You know, you gotta. No. They need it. I'm fine. I ain't broke. I'm good. I don't need them motherfuckers. Now, I usually ask, and I think I asked you the first time around, like who your top comedians were or the ones that had the most influence on you. Sure. Lately, I've been asking, is there a certain bit? Because I've, you know, been watching and kind of breaking down a lot of people where, you know, it may take 5-10 minutes to get to the punchline, you know, from where they started out. Sure. Were there any bits that specifically influenced you when you were coming up? No, but there were. I was always influenced by artists like Red Fox or Richard Pryor or Dick Gregory or George Carlin. Those had always been, you know, just kind of in my wheelhouse. But Robin Harris and Ricky Harris were my favorite comedians. But my favorite person to kind of emulate is Marvin Gaye. And Marvin Gaye specifically, because Marvin was so succinct in his writing that even the music he sang back then is still crystal clear now. So if you can be so creatively in sync that you transcend time, that's a pretty good thing. And I think that he was so specific in the things that he saw, so indelible that you are able to see it. Your children's children will be able to listen to his music and see a semblance of what is around them now. And I think that that's just capturing the perfect moment in time. I think it's what all artists strive to be. So comedically, it would be those cats that I named. But artistically, it would have to be Now, I just recently did an interview with a comedian named Ryan Davis. He said that he stand-up, but he got, I guess, famous, if you want to call it, or he got most of his attention online. Sure. He did a video on Facebook. Sure. And a lot of the interview, he talked about how hard it was for him to be respected as a stand-up after he became known for, you know, going viral online. What's your take with the new comedians coming up, or the ones that want to be, you know, respected? I would venture to say that initially comics were only seen live, then they were heard on radio, then they were seen on TV, and then they were seen on movies, and now they're seen online. And at every turn there was somebody that went, but they didn't do it this way. I can't tell somebody how they get introduced to the marketplace. The marketplace decide what is valuable to them or not. It doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter how you deliver. It matters that you live. So I don't really, you know. So you personally don't have, because I've been seeing certain comedians coming out saying different things, you know, that they didn't put the work in, or they didn't put. That ain't up to us, man. Yeah. Let me tell you something. They used to deliver stuff by cover white, on the express, right? In the railroad, then ships, then train, now plane, now fucking drone. Yeah. Do you care that you got? You care how it got there? Or you care you got your package? Right. I think that's those are semantical arguments. I think, you know, if a product is good, it stands the test of time. Or whether I think it's good or not is not the question. who will pay for it?
Yeah.
And if he has the eyes to pay for it, if somebody don't like it, 2 tears in the bucket and fuck it. I can't tell them. We're having a logistical argument how I got here.
Right. Doesn't matter.
And I think all of us have gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
All of us have tales and things that we do. So I think I don't know, but I would never ask for somebody to understand the path I take.
Right.
I wouldn't. That would be something that I would think about. I think that probably is generational too. I never had to explain. I don't really take to the notion I gotta explain anything to anybody. I don't.
Now, this is my last thing. My sister was in my ear telling me to make sure I tell you that you are her favorite.
Oh,
that you are her favorite. Of course, we came up comic view and everything. Was that the pivotal thing for you?
I'm still, to me, honestly, and I'm not facetious when I say this. I think I'm always looking for the next thing, so I never concentrate on what was. I heard something that I've really kind of taken to heart is, may the bridges I burn light my path. So looking backwards is an exercise in futility. Looking forward is kind of the only way you can stay anchored and center. So one day I guess I'll take an inventory.
Sit back and take it all in.
That's not kind of where I'm at right now.
Gotcha. That's all I got for you.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Always good to see you.
Gonna get me something.
Find out who took that goddamn tripod.
Yeah, because this one right here looking like it's gonna.
I like it. I like it.
It's Marc G, DL Hughley, man. We out. Thank you.